Welcome to Oilers Nation Every Day with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
'Twas the night before Beltmas. 'Twas the night before Beltmas, and all through the rink, a game day was brewing against the Flames, and they stink. Connor Ingram's jersey was hung in his stall with care in hopes that he could lead them to a BOA win. Trent Frederick was snuggled up for his pregame nap in bed, while visions of playing up to his contract danced in his head. Dustin Wolf shuddered with fear as he awaited his fate. "How many goals will I score?" exclaimed Connor. 6? 7? No, 8. Let's get into it with the lead. Had that idea at 11:45.
That's quite good.
Wrote that in about 10 minutes.
Really?
Not bad. One line didn't rhyme, but I'm not going to get too nitpicky about the whole
I
thing.
might list that as a strength for my Festivus notes.
Welcome in. It's a BOA Game Day edition of Oilers Nation Every Day. We are live from the Sports Closet studio. Last minute holiday shopping for whoever the people in your life are a fan of. The Sports Closet's got you covered. I was at the one in St. Albert last week. NFL gear, I'll go ahead and say gear for 75% of the league there. Hockey teams, it's not just the Oil. They got a whole bunch in there. They got you covered. Sports Closet, 3 locations in the Edmonton area. Kingsway, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Mall. We are also, as always, a presentation of Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Our betting challenge happens later in the show, but I will say this. If you are a believer in Beltmas, plus 150 on the puck line is a spot for you.
Belt line tonight.
That is, I like that.
The belt line's minus 2.5, actually.
Oh, puck line, belt line.
Yeah.
You might have just created something there. I like
belt
that.
line's 2.5.
Do you like how we decorated the place?
I mean, it's very festive. I'm feeling in the mood.
How can you
I'm
not?
glad I'm here.
It's crazy that it's December 23rd already.
Yeah,
It does come fast.
That's how they get you.
Now,
Where does the time go?
did you not notice in the beautiful monologue that opened up
From
the show
okay.
that he was like, say the opening sentence again?
'Twas the night before Beltmas.
Twas.
Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
Twas.
It is twas, right? Twas.
Was.
Twas.
Was the night before.
He was.
Someone's accusing me in the chat of using AI for that. I did not.
No,
I sat here and hammered that out myself.
I was wondering what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, no, that is in my Google Doc.
ChatGPT knows it's called twas as well, not twas.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, if I used
some credit,
ChatGPT, the first line would have rhymed. There was the Connor Ingram one didn't rhyme at all.
I didn't know. I was
notice.
like, I'm going to let this happen.
Yeah, just had to let it flow. Mistaken Mexican with a nice super chat, $69 donation to the Ben Stelter Foundation. W lead, Tyler nailed it. Thank you very much. Twas, tis. Wow, whatever. Who cares?
Tis the sizz.
Yeah,
of course.
if you're going tis.
If we're talking Tis the Sizz, I should tell everyone to head to nationgear.ca. We have our Tis the Sizz Christmas auctions up now. Number 2 is still going. It's an online auction in support of the Kaleo Collective. Big event, great event that Lisa Evans put on down at Dogpatch last weekend. But the package is 2 tickets to Edmonton, Vancouver on April 16th, 2 Tis the Sizz hoodies, size of your choice, a couple gift bags in there, some stickers, a whole bunch of stuff from Oilers Nation. But that auction is up now at nationgear.ca. Big game day. Our friend Ryan Pike from FlamesNation is going to join us at 1 o'clock. So we'll chat with Mr. Pike about how this Flames team's been playing so far this season. Again, it started very poorly for the Flames. They were far and away not only the worst team in the West, but the worst team in the NHL in November. They've since turned a bit of a corner, 6-3-1 in their last 10. If you go by points percentage, they are now actually ahead of not just the Hawks, not just the Canucks. They're ahead of the Jets now as well, surprisingly enough, in the Western Conference. So they've made some strides as of late. I was talking to BM downstairs about the schedule leading up to Christmas. Like, I loved that Saturday matinee against the Wild leading into a Christmas party that night. That was like a perfect way to build up your day. I also love that today, which for a lot of people, not us, we're doing a show tomorrow at noon, but for a lot of people, today's your last work day. A lot of people get Christmas Eve off. A BOA leading into that day.
Yeah, very nice.
This is the most Saturday, Tuesday I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good that they play Calgary right before and right after Christmas. Mm-hmm. That's nice. I actually thought the Sunday night game being at 6 was also awesome.
I also enjoyed that.
I thought the vibe... Were you at the game? Oh, no, you didn't go to that one, did you? The vibe seemed unbelievable.
It was holiday vibes.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
people there that didn't have to work on Monday.
It
I
did
think there's-
feel like a Hockey Night in Canada game.
I think there's also a lot of people that, again, in the lead up to Christmas, people from out of town that don't get to go to a lot of games, people who don't go to a lot of games, but maybe even tonight, it's their Christmas gift. Like you're going to the BOA on the 23rd. Like I think that also just adds to the crowd a little bit when there's a lot of people who it is like an occasion. It's special for them to get a chance to go to an Oilers game. I think that kind of crowd makes it better.
And people that like come to town to visit, what it just came in today.
Yep.
So they're full of that holiday travel energy. So it's a flashing green light tonight for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I have a 9 a.m. meeting, but I'm still going to dabble.
I don't want it to be glossed over. The Flames finding traction again. Great news. Great news.
Why?
Because I want them to not be bad enough to be the worst team in the league, but not to be good enough to make the playoffs and just hover around that no man's
mushy
land.
middle,
Keep
where
getting
you
the
never
8th
wanna
overall
be.
pick.
You want to be on either end of the spectrum, not in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're going to pick 8th again.
It's going to be great.
And yeah, I know. It's just
They're
so
going to get
ridiculous.
another Conazari. Really good play. I like Conazari. You ain't winning many championships if you have 12 Canazaris.
Well, especially when you look at a division that for the next couple of years, not just Connor and Leon and everything going on in Edmonton and Vegas. San Jose, Macklin Celebrini. Like, it's a matter of time till he starts just willing that
Anaheim.
team to a playoff spot.
Vancouver have decided that they're flipping the switch a little bit now, too.
Which is, again, hilarious.
Yes.
The remote hybrid retool situation.
They've used... I'm stunned they still let Patrick Allvin go out and do media. I'm stunned they let either one of them do media in Vancouver, but oh boy.
You do hear from those two more than almost any other GM and president in the league.
Yeah.
I can't think of one other one that you hear from.
Bill Guerin does a lot of media.
Yeah, Bill Guerin.
That
that's
might be a
good
little
one.
recency bias, but I feel like even before that, he
But
never
he's
shies
also
away.
the USA head coach, so I don't know if that kind of adds to it a little bit more. But
GM,
still,
yeah.
GM, sorry. Yeah, I love it. Calgary, though, in their 6, so they've won 6 of their last 10, right?
Yeah.
So these are the teams they've beat. Vegas,
Good team, but missing
Missing
Theodore
guys.
Eichel.
Seattle,
Bad team.
LA, they beat them. Do you want to guess the score of the LA Kings game?
Probably 2-1.
It was 2-1. They lost 2-1. They won 2-1 in overtime.
Too easy.
Buffalo, Utah, they beat them 2-0. Minnesota,
Nice to beat Buffalo.
must be nice, yeah.
The hottest team in the NHL, holding the longest win streak in the league right now, Buffalo Sabres.
It's pretty good.
Put some respect on their name.
Well, you got it.
And they beat the Minnesota Wild. I think that was the day after the Oilers lost to them 1-0.
Also, must be nice to beat the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So those are the
that's
6
fair.
wins. During that, and also, too, they lost 2. So in the last 8, they've only lost 2 games.
Wow. Pretty good.
Yeah,
They're on a
all-
nice little run. But
All
I
those
was-
wins are at home besides the LA Kings game.
So we do our daily bets on DFO Live, and my parlay tonight was the Wild and the Oilers on the puck line. Played together, it's like plus 472. The Wild tonight, by the way, are taking on I should know this because I bet on it already. The Wild are taking on the Predators, and they're at home. But my thinking for this bet,
Belt miss in Minnesota.
I love taking, like the Flames, I truly believe they are a bad hockey team.
Agreed.
They are not good.
Okay, not
They've
good.
won 2 in a row. They're playing good hockey. That I like trying to go against that a little bit, right? They've won 2 straight. This Calgary team ain't good enough to rattle off another win here. Like fading Calgary while they're playing well, awesome. Nashville's in the same boat. Nashville's won 2 in a row. That's a bad hockey team in Nashville and a team that on the road is putrid, 5-9 straight up. The Flames are also 6-14 straight up on the road. So that's a big play in this. And then you have Edmonton coming off a win, sure, but again, a tight win over Vegas. Minnie's coming off a loss. So you get like a good team in Mini that's looking to get right. A couple of bad teams in this parlay who are playing probably a little bit unsustainably too well. You buy the flip of it all. That's why I think tonight is going to be a belt miss victory for the Edmonton Oilers. Like we'll do our score predictions on ONR later on. I might ladder play the Oilers tonight. I might just bet it all the way up. And I know that's a dangerous game to play with this Oilers team.
Win every period? What's the ladder?
No, like
1.5, 2.5,
yeah.
3.5, 4.5.
Oh.
4.5. Wow.
I might. I'm definitely gonna
Unload
I'm
it.
gonna hit the belt line.
4.5 is plus 900.
Yeah, belt line.
I just think they're going to smoke them.
Big time.
Smoke them.
Every time I'm this high on the Oilers, it is massive disappointment. But tonight, I really mean it. and I really feel it, and it's really going to happen.
So we'll talk, like I said, Pike's coming up a little bit later on in the show. There are what I've identified is 5 headlines right now around the Oilers. So we're going to play a little game. Right call, wrong call.
Oh, interesting. It's similar to that this or that segment we did last week too. Very similar.
Or is it cake?
Yeah, we can frame it like that. Like, yes, it's cake. A good decision. No, it's not. I don't know. First one. People are asking about it in the chat. Yes, confirmed. Connor Ingram will be getting the start tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. He looked, we'll say, good. Like, we give him a passing grade for his performance against the Vegas Golden Knights. Good enough.
He was good enough.
Yep.
He made some saves, some timely saves.
Mm-hmm.
897, not great, but better than Skinner's average save percentage, so you take it.
Well, here's what I think is actually kind of
enough.
funny is the Edmonton Oilers in games this season started by anyone but Pickard and Skinner, so Ingram and Jari. They're now 4-0 in those hockey games. In none of those games did they finish with above 900 goaltending. The Jari one's different because he got hurt and left, but like they've been below 900 in winning the hockey games. Ingram, like you said, they actually... Oh, they did give him above a 900. They ended up giving him a 903.
Oh, did they? I thought he finished with like an 897.
I thought he was 897, yeah.
Yeah, they must
that's
have
good.
stat corrected something because he definitely was.
That's all we ever asked for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all we need.
I can't believe they go back that far to stat correct like some shots on net and all of that. That's wild.
I wonder if the team requested.
Yeah, maybe.
I fought for it.
It does happen.
We need that 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please help us. Our fans are going to kill us.
Anyways, right call, wrong call. Going with Ingram tonight.
Right call. Yeah, we got to get him going. He's up. We're playing Calgary. Gotta give them some respect, but they're still Calgary. So we know we can play well enough in front of them to get him a W. So it's about getting his NHL confidence back. So he didn't do anything to be pulled out of the net from the Vegas game. So I like it. It's cake.
Right call. It's cake. Liam?
Yeah, he's cake. Right call.
Yeah.
It's cake.
You're struggling with the
Well, I like to
wrapping
put my
paper.
foot through the thing.
Just kick clean through, make a foothold. Or just do that. There you go. So you like it? Right call?
Yeah, it's the right call. I'm a fan of it. I think Pickett's giving you some decent games, but when you go through it, look at the stats. 4 goals against Minnesota. These are his starts, by the way. 4 goals against Minnesota, 4 goals against Montreal, 4 goals against Seattle, 4 goals against Dallas. That wasn't a start. The last time he didn't allow 4 or more goals in a game where he played the bulk of the game was the Tampa Bay game. So, something to think about. I think also, too, if this game is on the road, they might have gone with Pickett. I think they're just trying to build up Ingram.
Yeah, I think that's a fair approach. So then
Might be a signal that Jari might be out longer than we think.
Well, he said just after the new year.
they said weeks.
Couple
Are you
weeks.
nervous? Do you know something?
I don't know anything, but just
Nerves? I think this could be a blessing in
the goalie we
disguise.
thought was going to get hurt that we traded for got hurt in his second game.
We've debunked all that shit.
That's not a debunk.
Third game.
Why is it not debunked?
He's not injury prone. Like, we've been over this.
Well, why do we all think it then?
I don't know.
Media, narratives.
Yeah, fake news.
Yeah, I watch too much CNN.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I get all my goalie news.
Yep.
Okay.
But, like, he got hurt once.
Unless
got hurt one
I'm
time.
having the Mandela effect right now, I don't buy it.
Mandela effect is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears, yeah.
Sinbad in a movie called Shazam.
Yeah.
A genie movie.
There's also
Think about
another.
it.
There's also another one. Do you know the actress Melissa Benoit?
Nope.
You know, you familiar? Anyone? She always used to spell her name Beoit, and now it's Beoist. No trace of the original name. Gets me every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time thinking about Melissa Benoit.
It's just one I think of.
More
I
than
recommend
the
the
average
chat
person.
to Google as well as I just did.
I just don't buy the Jari is injury
Yeah,
prone thing.
Oilers Nation is the only media that thinks Jari isn't injury prone.
I mean, yeah, because we believe in facts.
Facts are facts.
Facts are facts. Stats are also
Don't
facts.
let these two fool you. We're a broad company. And
Yeah,
we
they
have
don't
different
speak for all of
mindsets,
Oilers
so
Nation.
exactly. They're not
No, we
speaking
do.
for me.
So you think he's
Jars
injury
of
prone?
Band-Aid.
I think this
Jari's a
definition
Band-Aid.
of injury prone, like you can play such semantics with this kind of shit that like who's to determine what prone is. There's an injury history there with Tristan Jarry.
Every player in the league who's played 10 years has an injury history.
Yes, there is, but that's what you can then say that about anyone. I think this conversation has just been so overdone. It is what it is. Has an injury. He's had more of them than Stu. People in the NHL get injured. I'm not that negative about it.
If a goalie played 47 games in a season, would you say that's a starter's workload, Jay? Answer the question yes or no, please. 47 games. That's
it's ish, close.
Yeah. Okay. Tristan Jarry, before last season, which again, things fell apart, not necessarily for injuries. I think a lot of those injuries were, like we joked yesterday, right leg shittiness, whatever, right? Like there was a lot at play there. Before last season, he had 3 straight years of 47 or more games started. And the year that broke that streak was the 56-game COVID season where he played 38 of the 56 games. That's a starter's workload.
How many days has he been on the IR?
He's missed. Gregor had the math.
It's like 30. It's like 36 games he's missed in
his 10-year career.
Yeah, that it would, I guess, be scheduled starts for him, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not injury prone. I will say though, to bring this back to,
well, we've had him for 3 days and he's injured. So
it's not ideal. It's
so the whole narrative of us thinking he's injury prone translates into a reality within the first week.
I just think that
so we're crazy for thinking he's injury prone.
I don't think
it's just recency bias, like Losh says in the chat. It's just recency bias.
The minute the trade was happening, we were all saying he's injury prone
for no reason.
So there's no recency bias. It's now confirmation bias. We've confirmed our concern.
It's like the person who walks around all day being like, "Oh, I'm so unlucky. I'm so unlucky," and then they like get a speeding ticket and they're like, "See, I'm so unlucky." Like, I don't know. You believe what you want to believe, I guess, but I'm choosing to believe in the facts.
It's not like I want to believe for some reason when Tristan Jarry is not an Edmonton Oiler, my thought about him is always that he's injury prone. Why the hell would I think that?
I don't know.
Exactly.
This
is eye test versus advanced analytics. He's an eye Band-Aid.
He just looks like a guy who's hurt.
Who gets hurt.
He gives off the vibes of being weak.
And he's been battling a nagging thing, and it's the same thing that's popped back up. So injury prone.
See, I did find this article. This was a while ago when we were looking it up. So it's this thing here. It says 22-23. He got hurt in the outdoor game, which we always see. Now, he didn't like go on IR for like the whole couple months, but he kept repeatedly missing games. And as he says, it was something that just happened. It was hard to manage. So there's an aspect there.
Sounds like a guy
who connected to that.
No, it sounds like a guy who grinds.
It just says lower body. That could be so many things. Like we don't play doctor. Let's all stop playing doctor.
No, I'm playing it. I want to play it. I want to play doctor.
Okay.
So,
well, is Tristan Jarry hurt right now? Yes or no? Is it
yes.
cake? Okay, thank you. Done.
Is it cake? So since Tristan Jarry became, I would say, a legit starter in the NHL, which by looking at his numbers is, okay, let's say it's the 2019 season to the 2021 to 2019, 2021 season. Mm-hmm. He is 11th in the NHL for games played by a goaltender.
Wow, that's a lot.
Sorry, what was this cherry pick stat you just said?
It's not a cherry pick stat. That is a fact.
Cherry-picked?
Since he became a legit starter in the league, and by that I determined when he took the most starts in the season.
Which was 2020, 2021?
Yes.
Okay.
That's when Matt Murray kind of started to fade out. He is 10th in the NHL. I actually got my stat wrong.
Nice.
He's 10th in the NHL for most games played. He is 12th for games started.
Awesome.
11th, sir.
See, and like Spencer, again, people just say shit. Spencer in the chat goes, he has a 10 to 14 day injury every other year. I'd say that's injury prone. No, he doesn't. 48, 47, 36, 38 to 56. Like, since he became a full-time...
Why do we think it, Tyler? Why do we think it?
I don't know, Jay. Like, it's just making it... And what pisses... No.
I don't want to think this.
What pisses me off is it's people like you who went, they got to get new goalies. They got to get... Oh, my God. Look at the playoff numbers. They need to get new goalies. And the second they get a new goalie, it's like, oh, why'd they get the injury-prone guy? Like, it's grasping for reasons to be negative.
Then bang, injured.
Unrelated.
Overpaid for the acquisition. Like, the purchase price was high.
All right, so what would you be saying right now if they still had Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard?
I don't know.
You got mad at me when I said
I also said I wasn't happy that we got Jarry.
But I said this is a refresh year. I said, don't go out and acquire a goalie mid-season. I said, don't do anything crazy. Wait till the summer. And you said no.
I said it had to happen this season, but I was willing to wait till March.
This was the only goalie who's going to be there.
Okay.
So this is the guy they're getting. You would have roasted them if they kept Skinner and Pickard all year, and now you roast them for getting Jari. They were in a lose-lose in your mind. So you were going to be negative about it no matter what.
Oh, I'm negative about every Oilers trade. Well documented.
No, I wouldn't say that's
exactly. So,
but in this particular
trade,
instance,
I'm like, shit, this is the guy that gets injured. He's got injury issues.
Mm-hmm.
That was my concern. And also didn't like the acquisition price.
Too high.
And here we are. I'm not saying this I'm right. I want Jari to work. I think he has more upside, a higher ceiling than Stuart Skinner. Doesn't take away the fact that for some reason I thought he's injury prone and now he's injured. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
And if this lingers throughout the year, that's going to be very fucking annoying. And I think we can all agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I hope it's just he plays these 47 games like he's done every other season. And there's just always been like 2 weeks of the year that he gets banged up because he tweaks something. And I hope that's the case. But I'm always hearing Tristan Jarry's tweaked something.
All right.
I want Jari to work. He's now our goalie, so I'm in.
He is the last goalie we got in the Connor McDavid era.
For now.
The eggs are in
Professional
his
athletes
basket.
get hurt. They get healthy again. It happens. We got Connor Ingram, boys.
Okay, so let me talk about Connor
You
Ingram.
talk to people of Northern Alberta, Davin 1287, they'll tell you the Bigfoot's real. I don't say I agree with them, but they'll tell you it's real.
Could be.
They're like trappers, they swear by it up there.
I'm
not a trapper. This is just what I've heard. I want to see the proof before I make a decision.
I'm in on Bigfoot, though.
All right.
No, you can't be.
Why not? Why can't I believe?
I'm not getting into this.
Well, there's nothing wrong with believing in it.
No, there's not.
It's something nice to believe in.
Okay.
He's really good at hiding.
Yeah, clearly. There's a lot of trees out there. A lot more trees than the media lets you believe.
My oldest brother went on a Bigfoot hunting expedition in northern Alberta like 5
Did he
years
see
ago,
him?
something like that. No, he did not.
Sounds
no,
like he
did
got
not.
scammed.
But he did it.
Subculture. Subaculture. Okay. Said, yeah, sorry, Tyler. You're allowed to be fairly critical of both the goaltending and how they addressed it. Oh, I'm totally fine with that. I didn't want them to get Tristan Jarry. I'm in the same boat as Jay.
Yeah.
I also think they paid too much for Tristan Jarry. I also wouldn't have traded Stuart Skinner to do all this. But I'm also just being critical of it for factual reasons, not just screaming Tristan Jarry's injury prone. Okay, Connor Ingram time. Let's talk about that. Do you think them giving Connor Ingram this start is a sign that they are more like, if we're viewing this next 2 weeks as like, this is the competition for who's going to be Tristan Jarry's backup when he's healthy, is them giving Connor Ingram this start, are they showing their hand a little bit here that like, you know, we love Cal, but like we're giving Ingram every opportunity to win this job? Because I think if it was a scenario where it's like, hey, Ingram needs to like grossly outplay him, he needs to outright win the job, or it goes to the incumbent, fancy word.
Yes.
I think Pickard gets this start because it's like, he's the guy, he's the incumbent. You both played good. So we go back to Pickard. Like the fact they're giving Ingram this start, does that tell us anything you think about how the front office views this?
Oh, man, there's a few ways you can look at it. And the narrative that you're painting there, yeah, it probably, you could connect it to say, okay, well, is this we're going to keep riding this guy for a few games to see if he's better than our 1B, and if he is our 1B. There's also, you got to get this guy. This guy also was a stud not that long ago. So maybe there's a way to build him back up. There's also the whole narrative, maybe Jarry's hurt longer than he might be. That's a thing.
You think he's injury prone?
And also, that's I'm just saying.
He is hurt right now. That's a
But
fact.
I think you got to, like, there's also a good story there, right? You got like he's had a rough year, and
they're letting him build on positive momentum.
He's exactly. So I think there's like a human element here. So I'm trying to remove like the drama here. This is about trying to get Connor Ingram to be an NHL goaltender again. That's what I'm going to subscribe to.
Yeah, someone said, I thought Ingram didn't have a 903. We went over this. They stat corrected it and gave him a 903 retroactively.
Hockey DB still has it as an A97 as I just pulled it up. So it
Weird.
did change. Not the Mandela effect. This was just something that happened. It was only 2 years ago that he played 50 games under 907. Connor Ingram.
I'd love 907.
You know?
I would kill for an average goaltending of 907.
You just look at this situation.
You're going to cherry pick a
when
stat
the
saying
Oilers-
that we had it?
When the Oilers acquired Tristan Jarry, he had a 909 in Pittsburgh. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
didn't
I
like it.
was going to live with it, but I was worried about his injury proneness. Anyways.
Your highest potential duo of goaltending is Jarry and Ingram.
Yes.
You need to know
Highest ceiling, yeah.
highest ceiling, yeah. You need to know if Ingram can survive.
Yeah.
And you know what Calvin Pickett's done. You have a large sample size of work, and even if you just want to go off short-term memory, this season has not been great. He's a little bit better recently, despite the numbers I read out. I think his games have actually been good.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight you're playing a Calgary team who, quite frankly, you need to win because you embarrassed yourself last time you played them.
Yep.
You blew it. What was it? Was it 3-0? And they ended up losing. So I think Connor Ingram gives you the best chance to win. So I forget the question, but yes, it is cake.
We've spent way too much time on this because this is why we never need a second guest to the Days Jays on the show.
Yeah.
Because we'll spend 20 minutes on one of the 5 questions that is one of the 5 segments we have to do.
It's good.
Mainline,
What question are we on?
that was one, starting Connor Ingram. There's 4 more.
That was one?
That was one.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
No, I had a follow-up that came from our argument. Mainlander Tim dropped in a good super chat, $6.99 for the Ben Stelter Foundation. He said, happy Tibbs Eve. Gather with your friends, have some drinks, and argue in circles like the boys are demonstrating today.
Yes.
It's the beauty of podcasting.
We're embodying Festivus and Tibbs.
Yes. Okay, right or wrong call number 2. Putting Trent Frederick back in. We got to be quicker on this one. I think right call. You don't want to. I don't think you want to sit that guy for 2 games going into Christmas. I know we are #oil to the max and we like him, but Slot and Freddie back in. Is,
Oil to the max is in.
Oh, sorry, it's Lazar that's out. Sorry, Curtis Lazar, who I do like, leading the Oilers in faceoff percentage. More on that later.
I actually don't think this is cake.
Wrong call.
I'm torn.
Wrong call on the play you took out.
You got to find out if the message is sent. That's my
Okay,
my final.
that's fair.
That is cake.
That is
That statement is cake.
That is cake. You took out your one right shot centerman to put in a player that doesn't play on the penalty kill, nor does he play center.
But they're playing him at center.
Yes. So now you just took away a penalty killer for not really any reason. I feel like you could have just taken out
Home
Max
ice
Jones. No, I get
Pick
all
your
of that.
face-offs a little bit better, right?
Sure,
Like,
but like they literally put Lazar out to win draws, and then he sprints to the bench.
So
You know, unless is Henrique a right shot center?
This is a
No.
muscle up play. I think it's to see if Frederick's going to respond to it. But if tonight gets tenacious, that's a fun line.
Maybe that's why they put him
They
in.
show up.
Yep.
That's
Well,
a fun line.
if
If Frederick is that fun guy, he hasn't
Yeah.
been that fun. I want fun, Freddie.
You know what has been fun, and shows a willingness on a night-to-night basis is Curtis Lazar.
Yeah.
He gets to the net, he'll muck it up, and he plays hard every shift. Like, he's not noticeable every game, don't get me wrong. He's no superstar, but I think he gives you an honest effort every game, and I think that's he deserves to be in the lineup. This also could be maybe his injury isn't because Lazar did leave the game against Boston.
yeah.
Missed Minnesota, came back against Vegas. I don't think he played that many minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he just came back and was like, I'm not ready yet. Maybe that's part of it. But I would have taken out Jones. At the end of the day, Jones isn't part of your future plans here.
Yeah, I would have.
Near future
but
plans.
he's been playing good, but it's the old, Actually, Curtis Lazar played more than both Mangiapane and Jones last
Did
game.
he?
Yeah,
I thought he only played like 7 minutes.
played 10:01. Mangiapane was 9:17.
How is
Jones was
Mangiapane
7:17.
in this team
I think if they really wanted to send a message to him, you sit him tonight against the Flames.
against his old team?
But he did score season opener against the Flames. If he doesn't play well tonight, I bet you he sits on Saturday.
Return to Calgary.
I bet you they sit him, and that's like your figure it out moment.
Maybe. I would have taken him out. I think you look at the 12 forwards, he was easily 12 again.
I'm okay with him staying for one more shot here, but that ties into the next one. Right or wrong call. Savoy sticks on the third line, Roslovic up on line 2. Do we like it? Do we not like it?
Um,
Are we buying right call, Henrique, Mangiapane, Savoy, third line?
they did have one good chance last game. I don't know. Maybe half cake, half not cake. It's like a
It's like
fake
a
shout.
yeah. It's like a day old cake.
Yeah.
Like you'll still eat it. And you'll think it's good, but it's not as good as a fresh cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good
you
one.
feel like you're happy to have it, but it just doesn't feel as good. But Roslovic, like it's his second game back. He looked decent.
It's fine.
He looked decent,
Yeah.
and he's a shooter, and that's cool. So I don't mind. It also tries to make Savoy a little bit hungry now. The anchor on that third line is Mangiapane.
He's got, like, if he ain't hungry for this game tonight, and the big thing, too, with Mangiapane is just, like, shoot the damn puck, bro. Like, his shot is so good. Remember that goal, or the non-goal against Seattle, when he just,
yeah.
like, wired it post off the ice and out, and everyone thought it went in, but it's like, he can do that. The goal he scored in the season opener, just a bullet of a shot. And it's like, if I had the ability to shoot the puck like that, I'd be on the ice every single time I see the slightest clear lane. I am ripping that damn thing.
He's clearly just not the same player.
Yeah.
Right, it's quite evident, and some players regress quicker than others, and I think maybe that's what we're dealing with here, because we're not seeing it.
Mangiapane, last game against the Vegas Golden Knights, he had one shot. He only attempted one shot on net. That's just insanely low. Last lineup note, right or wrong call. This is an easy one. I don't think we're spending 20 minutes on it.
Let's see.
Regula in for Stillman.
Oh man, it might actually be worth a conversation.
Stillman was no bueno.
Stillman made some mistakes. Yeah,
It's a week old cake though. What a terrible decision you have to make either way.
I don't think it's cake.
It's not cake. No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like
I can't wait for Warman to get back.
what's a food that's got cake in it, but it's not actually cake. So when you get it, you're like, what the hell? Like crab cake or
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's clearly not cake. It's just crab.
like you're just excited. And
Fruit
barely
cake.
that. Gross.
The what?
I love the idea of a crab cake, and I've never had one that I like. Tell me where I need to go, chat.
We should have had one in Florida when we were on that. Remember we had dinner on that one little place?
Oh, yeah.
We should have had it.
That was
there.
nice.
Oysters.
That's true. We did.
So, right or wrong call, Regula back in, right? I'm right. Or I
he
am
didn't
like.
leave. He didn't. He played last game.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he did play last game.
Remember, I hated it.
Yeah. But
So I
don't
guess
know.
it's cake.
Yeah, it's cake. It's fine. All right. Last one I got for you guys. We're going away from tonight's lineup.
Angel food cake is elite.
Angel food cake's so good.
Yeah.
Will you get some Cool Whip on there?
Oh, ice cream cake. Is that cake?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Blueberry muffin is cake. Interesting.
No, because it's
It's a muffin.
It's
Do
a
you ever hear
muffin.
those? I'm not gonna say. It.
Muffin is an individual serving with a wrapper around. Like that's what makes a muffin. Then it's a cupcake if it has icing on it. But like the ingredients for a muffin and a cake are totally different. Even a muffin and a cupcake, you're doing a totally different process here.
It's probably
Oh, oodle noodle green onion cake not mentioned,
Oh,
but very delicious.
not a cake,
I would want
that's
that as a
fair.
cake. I'm happy. I'm not like upset.
pancake. Oh, interesting.
No,
Pan-
pancake's pancake.
but it's pancake.
That's pancake.
Cake made in the pan.
Yeah, so it's not a cake.
It's not a cake. Yeah,
We're
it's
not
pancake.
arguing what it is. We're just saying if
Well,
it's a
and
cake and it's
most
not a
cakes
cake.
are made in a pan. What do you else do you?
It's
how do you
interesting.
make a cake.
Frying pan though.
Okay, I understand that.
Urinal cake.
There, that's the one.
you go.
Urinal cake.
Regula and
It's-
Stillman is a urinal cake.
It's sold you as a cake, but it is a
Piss.
chemical urine destinkifier.
Yeah, that's a good
Tyler's favorite cake. Urinal cake.
Classic.
Classic.
Okay. Last one I got for you guys. Right or wrong call. Edmonton dialing up Marc-André Fleury's phone number. This has been thrown about
I know,
by a
it's-
couple of insiders.
I know,
Pierre LeBrun
I
had it
know.
yesterday as well.
I wonder if Flowers working with the insiders just to get it out there to see what the reaction is.
I think what we're forgetting is that Marc-André Fleury wasn't all that good his last couple of years. So just calling him up after he hasn't played hockey for half a season, I would much prefer they just run with Connor Ingram, who's been a really good NHL goalie about as recently as Marc-André Fleury has. So I think it's the wrong call to consider bringing in Flower. I would rather spend the assets and go for like an Alex Lyon over and assets. Like, it should not cost a lot to get Alex Lyon when/if you eventually get him. So I think it's the wrong call to be calling on Fleury. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's not cake.
Not cake.
Not cake.
This isn't the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, and even if it was, Phillip Rivers threw for 230
He
yards last game.
threw for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns in the NFL.
I know.
Dusted him off the shelf and somehow threw touchdowns, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's
actually
fair.
Put up
Sure,
points
sure.
last night. I just think this Fleury thing. Didn't we do the year-long like farewell tour, and then he did the preseason again this year?
And then he went to play.
Hang it up. Just hang it up, man.
Year-long retirement tour.
Interesting.
Okay, everywhere you go, everyone made a big deal about you. Then remember, he was like, "Actually, I'm going to go to the World Championships."
Yes, that's right.
And then we had to do it again, like, "Oh, Marc-André Fleury's last ever hockey game." Oh, okay, we did that. And then he came back and did the preseason game, like you said, and everyone had to be like, "Oh my God, look at Marc-André Fleury." Enough, Marc-André Fleury.
done.
Go retire. You're done.
There's an interesting wrinkle to all this Phillip Rivers stuff.
Okay.
So he had 277 yards yesterday and 2 touchdowns, and his team scored 27 points. Josh Allen over the weekend, 130 yards throwing, and his team only put up 23 points. Very interesting.
And the Detroit Lions on the weekend.
Yeah, they're ass.
Yeah,
I'm
there you go.
all over that. All good.
Yeah.
You almost lost to the Browns.
We
Lions
did. We
destroyed the Browns.
You
earlier in the
almost lost
season.
to the Browns.
Yeah, but we beat the Browns. Well, you beat the
Shedeur
Browns
update,
too.
Jay. How do we feel?
2 picks.
He's better than Dylan Gabriel.
That is a
Definitely.
that is a fact.
Definitely better than Dylan Gabriel.
All right.
I'm still.
Speechless.
I want to have high hopes on him. I want to believe. He's playing on the Browns offense. We only have good defense. He's got no weapons. Jerry Judy's a loser. Fannin knows amazing. He's
a beast.
That guy's a legit like David Njoku, and I love David Njoku. Anyways.
Where did the Buffalo Bills hate come from for you?
I don't know. You just gave it to Phillip Rivers, so I just knew Josh Allen didn't have a good game. I thought I'd give it back.
Sure. Liam, president of the Phillip Rivers fan
Sure,
club.
why not? Love his kids.
Okay, let's get to our Festivus portion of the show now, gentlemen. It is December 23rd. For those of you who are fans of the show Seinfeld, you know all about Festivus. You put the silver pole up. Frank Costanza says, I got a problem with you people. You do Feats of Strength. You do your airing of grievances. Our Festivus segment, by the way, is brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Not only can you continue to take advantage of the value menu deal, 2 green onion cakes, 2 spring rolls.
A good savory Edmonton cake.
Yeah, or 5 deep fried wontons, 6 deep fried wontons for just $2. Also, Oodle Noodle is proud to support Sports Central. 10% of all in-store sales from their ginger beef box go directly to Sports Central for all of December. Donate your gently used sports equipment and help kids play with Sports Central.
And proud sponsor of Tyler Remchuk's wedding.
Oodle Noodle, yes. Sports Central.
When are you going to show that video?
Oh yeah, I'll work on that over the
He's got a
break.
video, folks.
Liam, you wrote down a few of yours. Why did you put Brock Besser in your airing of grievances?
So I just want to make sure I understand what this whole thing is.
Just someone you got a problem
So
with.
someone I have a problem with or something.
Yep.
So the reason I have a problem with Brock Besser is because he got us into this mess. You had a choice, Brock, on July 1st to go back to your sorry franchise in Vancouver and live the next 7 years miserably there, or come to Edmonton and try and win a Stanley Cup. You chose the misery. So instead, Edmonton got left with Andrew Mangiapane. So that's why I'm upset with Brock Besser. Because the others could have still had Jack Rozovic. I would assume that plays out
Probably
very
could've played out,
similarly
yeah.
for him. So my what is it, grievance?
Yep.
Is Brock Besser.
How's the money worked? Because what did he signed $7 million? What
Yeah,
is
he
that?
probably would have came to Edmonton like for $7 million. So then the Oilers.
So then-
Mangiapane's 3.5.
3.6 or something like that.
Yeah.
So then the Oilers, they would have had to probably move one more player, but they
probably
was
would have moved
talk-
Henrique.
Yeah, there was talk about Janmark as well over the summer. They would have been able to make it work, but they were very much in on Brock Besser. We actually thought he was coming.
And we bitch a lot about quit playing in the mushy middle with
Yeah.
these free agents who you hope are better than they were in their last spot. Just go sign a legitimately good high-end player, and that would have been that. So,
Yeah.
all right, I like the Brock Besser one. Jay, you came prepped.
I wrote some notes.
Okay.
I've got a few things.
Okay. Give us grievances first.
Grievance, first of all. Oh, do I go through all of them one by one, or are we going to kind of rotate?
You can go.
Well, we'll see. We'll play it by ear here.
Edmonton traffic bylaws.
Well,
Massive grievance.
Well noted from a couple weeks ago.
Documented, noted.
Did we get a resolution on all that?
I have not gone to face my day in court yet.
Okay.
I'm going to go and fight this for all of us.
You are. I Bet365 odds minus 200. I just thought that you would have forgotten about it and eventually paid the tickets.
Also very likely. Because I couldn't get it done right now because it's crazy. And I'm going away for holidays for a little bit. But I have, I think, until the 20th of Jan. So
Don't forget.
So over to you, or do I keep going on my list?
Go to your next one. I'm curious to see where else you go here.
I have a grievance with our Game 5 performance.
Oh, yeah, fair. That was disappointing.
We went and won a Game 4 that we did not deserve to win to give ourselves a chance to stay alive in this Stanley Cup Final Series. And we came home for Game 5 with the entire building exploding with energy.
Yeah.
And we just laid an egg.
Down
Yeah.
2-0 after the first. Just never
Didn't
even
have no jam. Didn't show up.
3 shots in that first period, 11 shots through 40 minutes in that game.
Yeah.
I hate that we're reliving this painful memory.
I know, but this is what it is. I did
Yeah.
a reflection on the year. These are my grievances.
I was at a wedding that day, and my buddy, who's not even a big hockey fan, rented a projector and had everything set up so they could watch this game at his wedding. And everyone was so ready to celebrate it. And then they obviously lost him later that night. They
Ruined his
played.
wedding.
Well, they almost did. They played Pink Pony Club, and he's just like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah.
The DJ started playing
I know.
it. He's just skip along.
Yep. So that's a grievance. Want me to keep going?
Do you mind if I
sucks.
jump in with one
Yeah,
quick
sure.
one?
Yeah.
So, my grievance, in a funny way, kind of, I'm going to give it to Evan Bouchard
Oh.
because I'm tired of you laying these eggs and then I have to come on this show and fight and tell people how good you actually are. Mm-hmm. And you do it. You haven't done it that often recently.
It's been
You
better.
had the one against Buffalo, but before that, it was really just at the start of the season. I just want you to be as good as you are right now all the time. The odd mistake I can live with. But it's been a bit much to start the season. It's cooled
Figure it
down,
out.
but that's mine. Evan Bouchard, you're a man.
2026, you're a man.
Yeah, you're in
You're
your
paid.
third
No more
contract.
childish mistakes.
Yeah.
You're paid.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I thought you'd like that one, Jay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you're trying to bring him onto your side for
He's
some
our
reason.
$10.5 million defenseman now.
Needs to play
just,
like it.
Just like Tristan Jarry. He's our guy.
Yep.
I'm in.
If you could fire them both into the sun, you would.
Depends what's coming back.
I feel like this year in Edmonton, rink etiquette has gotten very, very poor. Well, there is that too. But I'm
Well, that's
talking,
a massive grievance. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I'm saying more like, I'll keep it locked into the Oilers games.
Yeah.
People getting up in the middle of play.
Interesting.
How is that happening in our year 2025, in the year of our Lord 2025? How are people getting up in the middle of play at hockey games? And like, you spend your money, you can do whatever you want in your seat. If you want to sit on your phone, if you want to have a conversation and not watch a second of the game, I will not give a shit. If you want to sit when the Oilers score, I don't care. If you want to do the wave, have at her. I won't partake, but I will not cast judgment on you. Cast a little bit of internal judgment, but that's fine.
Fair.
People who are going to the game and leaning way too far forward. Have you never been to a stadium before in your life? Do you know how sightlines work? Absolutely insane. I just feel like there's an uptick in people having poor rink etiquette. Don't be getting up into the aisles in the middle of play. Don't be walking up and down the stairs. Like, crazy stuff. Bad rink etiquette is at an all-time high.
It's a systemic issue.
Okay.
The policing of it has also gone down.
Yes.
The
We got a
ushers,
problem, yeah.
The ushers are that like puberty voice breaking character from Simpsons. They're all that, and they don't want confrontation,
Yeah.
and so they don't enforce the rules. And then sometimes it becomes vigilante justice, and that's also not cool.
I had to do the vigilante justice
I know, it
this
boils
year.
over.
It boils over. And like when people have a couple of drinks in them, it's no good for anybody. And yeah, I just feel like rink etiquette has gone way, way down the toilet. Someone said, well, they cut the budget 50%. Yeah, I agree. Like, again, it's an OEG problem. My beef is with OEG on this front. you got to figure out the rink etiquette side of things here because it's gonna get even more out of hand.
Naeemi's in. He said it's happening everywhere. Airports. He put in their movie theaters. I went to the movie theater and I saw the movie. I think it was called Warfare. I saw it in the summer. And if you've seen that movie at the start, I think it's that song "One More Time." You know the one. And these guys are literally like singing and dancing to it in the movie theater, and that's the opening scene. And one guy, he goes, "Hey, can you guys shut up?" And they shut up. But after it, they yelled at him for you didn't say it polite enough. It's like, you were yelling in the movie theater.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Like if
That's that's on you.
If I was at a movie or at an Oilers game and someone tapped me and was like, "Hey, you're leaning too far forward. Can you lean back?" I'd be embarrassed.
I would too.
I'd be like, "Yes, I will. I'm sorry. I'm a taller guy. Like I can totally. My bad." I could not imagine if someone poked me and was like, "Hey, excuse me," and like asked nicely, "Can you lean back in your seat?" Being like, "Fuck you." Like, whoa. And it's just, again, it's happened too many times. People don't understand. Also, the upper bowl at Rogers is very cramped, too.
Yeah,
and you can't move like a centimeter off the back of your seat.
No, and like, again, so that's why it's okay. Sometimes you just need to tap and to be reminded. But yeah, I feel like we've lost the plot a little bit here with our in-arena. Someone said it's Americanization. I don't want to go that far. I just think we got to be a little bit better. You have Detroit Lions fans in yours?
Oh, yeah. They're starting to piss me off.
Your own brethren.
So what? I think we're at 8-7 this season. It's not been a good year.
No.
Our offensive line has fallen apart. Our defense couldn't stop a bunch of children. They're terrible. But people seem to forget we were the first team to ever go 0-16. And we've only really had like 5 good seasons in our history. And now people are asking for Dan Campbell to be fired.
Stupid.
It's like, no, we had a bad year. And our bad year, we're still going to finish above 500. And we're just going to miss the playoffs.
It's like the people who want Chris Knobloch fired.
Yeah, it's like being an idiot. Yeah. Don't forget where you came from.
Everyone hates
Lions fans.
Everyone wants their current coach fired because there's a shiny new toy somewhere or they disagree with a couple of things. Yep. You're never going to have a coach who you 100% agree with.
It's the first time, me as a Lions fan, I've cheered for the Lions since like 2012. So first time I felt any kind of stability. Where he's like, we might win today. Well, most of the time it's like, it'd be nice if we could compete today.
Yeah.
It's been happening a bit more regularly.
I remember my first visit to Cleveland. And I went to this sandwich place. And I was chewing it up. Learning to be a Browns fan. And the guy's like, we might get 2 wins this year. Yeah. And he was so amped up.
We might win too.
I'm like, these are my people. These are my people.
In the
brick
middle
by
of the,
brick.
In the middle of the decade of darkness of the Oilers, you saw another fan base going through the same thing and said, son of a bitch, I'm in.
We connected.
Yeah.
And that was a very special day. Go Browns.
Do you have any other ones for grievances?
Yeah. I've got, so this is for, once again, this is a 2025 reflection.
Okay.
In the moment, we might be feeling comfortable, especially because of a recent stat adjustment. But I'm putting our save percentage as a grievance of mine I'd like to fire to the Festivus tree and Lords. We agree? Okay, good.
Yep.
You got another one? You want me to say
I got another one too. I hate the thing that the broadcast does when you're watching, when they put up 2 players taking a face-off. And I'll be like, this guy's got a 55% chance. This guy's got a 45% chance winning. Then after the face-off, they put the little check mark there on which guy won it. And it makes me mad because it's just like, do you think I'm an idiot? Do you not think, don't put the check mark there. Don't talk to me like a child. I know who won that face-off. It makes me so irrationally mad. And I did this whole rant on Daily Face-Off Live. But face-off percentage as a stat continues to be junk. And we've made so much progress in like analytics in hockey. To not have more in-depth face-off stats, one of the most important things in the game. Determines possession coming out of a stoppage. We'll still blindly, as hockey fans, be like, this guy has a 55% face-off percentage. He's good at face-offs. It ignores all the other variables. What zone he's in, whether he's on the left side or the right side, forehand, backhand. There's some guys who I bet you if we dug into the numbers are like 40% when they take draws on their forehand and like 80% when they take draws on their backhand. And I'm sure teams have this data, but the face-off stuff on the broadcast just makes me feel like they're talking down to me. And face-off percentage as a stat in general, I just hate.
The patronization of the broadcast.
It is. It's like, oh yeah. It's like as the puck's going back to Evan Bouchard off the face-off, they put the check mark next to Leon Draisaitl's name that he won the draw. It's like, ooh, thanks so much.
People are being critical of your grievance. It's Tyler's grievance. It's
Their grievance is Tyler's
Yeah.
grievance. And that's
Lance
fine.
said it's not for you, Tyler.
It's his problem. This is the point of the segment.
There's probably so many people that have like OCD that get that closure by getting the green check mark.
Oh my God! Why do you need that? You know who the puck? Who
Well,
has
they're
the
not
puck?
you.
That's who won the faceoff.
I'm just representing the other half of the argument.
Yeah, sure. Someone said my grievance is with how often Leon gets thrown out of the faceoff dot. Amen to that. What else you got, Jay?
Do you have one?
No, I'm good now.
Got it
A
all
few
out.
things bothered me.
Tyler's ace race strategy.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was
You look at
that
your
was a
hands?
grievance because the boys showed up for a marathon and was running a sprinter's pace.
So again, we don't need to fully reopen this wound because it still does hurt.
You did look at your hand as soon as he said that, which
Yeah.
I thought was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
And that guy didn't even know I did that.
So, ooh.
Like
The
just throwing swings away because he exhausted himself. He's starting to hit it now with a driver. It's just like he lost the plot.
Driver was always a part of the initial strategy. The extenuating circumstances didn't work in my favor. I had a lot of travel leading up to it. I was not in a good mindset heading into it. This year I'll be much better. I'm not going to be on my honeymoon right before that. Okay. I'll be dialed in. We're going to do it earlier in July. Mid-season golfing form. More sunlight. Can start a little bit earlier in the morning. Can go a little bit later.
Honestly, it depends on the playoff situation. But if you did it on June 21st,
Yeah.
the solstice.
But again, like
Ace
I'm
race.
thinking like at latest we're doing this thing like July 7th or 8th.
Okay.
So that'll help. One, never tackled it before. I think it's easier for people to criticize when it's not their ass in the jackpot. When you lip out 45 minutes in,
That was tough.
all strategy goes out the window because you legitimately think you're about to get it. I've learned lessons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A veteran would be like, hey, I'm not going to let this sway me. I'm just going to keep doing my thing because it was my thing that got me to that lip out.
But a veteran of a situation that like you've never been in before. I know. It's just too easy to lose it.
I'm just
Yeah.
It's a grievance, and you're learning from it.
Feet-
That's what Festivus is about.
Yeah.
Feats of strength.
What does that mean?
That's feats of strength.
Just things
Pretty
I found
self-explanatory.
strengthful?
Yeah, you just do
I will.
feats of
This
strength.
was on the bottom of my list, but I'll make the first of my list.
I think you're the only one with them too, which I'm very happy.
Feats of
you can-
strength. I have Tyler's ace race.
Oh, thank you, thank you for.
I knock his strategy, but applaud him for his effort and, despite his poor strategy, being able to deploy it for as long as he did.
Yes.
Yep.
That was
So
a feat of strength.
that's a feat of strength.
So he's just think like a positive.
Yeah.
I guess.
Something good.
This show, a feat of strength.
Mm-hmm.
We had 1 million views for the first time. That was good.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
That is a feat of strength that is truly brick by brick.
yes.
One by one, we built up to that. So very good. Jay, what else you got?
Well, a strength for Liam is his commitment to bananas and the bit.
Thank you.
Going on a few years now.
I know it's not
Yeah.
a bit anymore.
It's not a bit. It's my life.
It's his life. And he's
day-to-day.
committed to it.
Here they are.
He's
I
got
have
a
one
neon
there.
sign.
2 bananas right here, just for
And
luck.
It makes me think about bananas differently and how I use them.
Yeah.
Potassium is very important, folks.
What is this?
We just had more wrapping paper, so I wrapped one of the props.
Is this a surprise?
No.
Wonder what it is.
Okay, me?
Yeah, keep going. Someone said, dude, feats of strength is when you wrestle to assert dominance and pin the other guy. Yeah, but we're not going to wrestle on the show, so we're just making it different.
A feat of strength, Connor's will.
Yeah.
Because when he wills it, it happens.
And in other ways, too, Connor's will to win a Stanley Cup, taking less money.
Taking less money, dragging
awesome.
a team that may not be constructed as good as the others it's facing to the final dance. 2 years in a row.
Pretty damn impressive.
Connor's will.
Okay.
No one will ever fault McDavid for running out of gas or anything like that. Like,
Nope.
he gets him to the dance,
He
damn
has
it.
done everything, and he has done and he's doing everything he can.
Was that everything?
No.
Oh, we got more.
Got another one. Feat of strength. Dreisaitl's field axe. The fact that he can play at that level of hockey
Ah, yes.
with the worst stick in hockey. And I know in Gregor's article, we found out a little bit more backstory
Which
to
is
it.
great, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is a feat of strength because he's doing something to defy the laws of physics that stick can do.
Because he's so good.
He's so good. And top cheese one-timers with a flat blade that's 5 inches higher and longer than anyone else's.
Crazy.
That's nuts, man. That's a feat of strength.
Feat of strength, Vasily Podkolzin making $1 million and performing. That would be a feat of strength, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
Just his general style of play.
Just
Yeah.
his quads.
Yeah, those
Or
are gigantic.
Feat of strength, walking up and down the boardwalk in Florida wearing jeans and a hoodie.
And wired headphones.
And wired headphones.
headphones.
That's a feat of strength.
I had Jack Ralzovic for $1.5 million.
That's a good one.
That's an absolute feat
Let's
of
just say
strength.
bargain deals.
Shout out to Dan Bowman.
Yeah, shout out
Hey,
Stan.
there you
What
go.
else you got?
And another feat of strength is Oilers fans, because us in the playoffs, there was no one stronger. The world talks about us.
Yeah,
We
they do.
put ourselves through what we put ourselves through, no matter what your game day rituals are. We grind it for 2 months. We get our hearts broken. This year, we come back and we get ready to do it all again.
We dust ourselves back off.
Yep.
We drink the Kool-Aid.
We would
And
have,
we yell about our goaltender.
10 years ago, we would have killed to be in the spot we are currently in.
Yeah.
My
Where-
airing of grievance was hosting post-game shows after crushing defeats. Because I've
Yeah,
had 2 cup
fair.
finals, and then you had the Blue Jays Game 7. We still had an Oilers game that night. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it.
No, I'm right there with you on
we gotta
that front.
flip that.
Again, we talked about this on the show a couple weeks ago, but that clip of Jack Michaels being like, and the Toronto Blue Jays just won the World Series, and the crowd at Rogers is going nuts. That popped up on my feed like 10 days ago, and I'm still not really over it.
I've got one more grievance, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Just
It is
came to me.
Festivus, yes.
'Cause I just remembered. So the Blue Jays obviously went to the World Series.
Yeah, they did.
Great playoff run, fell short, whatever. But the people who clearly don't watch baseball but were telling me how a baseball game should be played and what the rules are my grievance. That pissed me off. Like, I don't know a lot about baseball, as people would know.
Don't patronize Liam.
But I'm an expert from like 2017 to 19.
Yeah.
I got it dialed in.
You know how the sport works.
But don't be an idiot. If you don't know something, don't stop spreading all this conversation about nothing.
Yeah.
The whole wall thing.
Oh, that
But
pissed
that
me
was
off.
dumb. It's
Yeah.
like, no, the ball went in the wall. What was he supposed to do? And the lead off from, what's his name?
IKF.
IKF. It's like, no, you can clearly see the coach is telling him where he's told him
where
where
to
to
go.
stand. You had
Yep.
experts like Whit Merrifield being like, this is what he should have done. And you got a moron on his couch being like, no, you're wrong, Whit. Idiots.
We need to stop talking about this.
I got one more feat of strength.
Okay.
The TNN team. Crush 2025. Good job, everyone.
Yes, it was a
Great
good year.
work.
Okay, let's quickly wrap with our Bet365 Game Day Betting Challenge because I know we got to get to our guest here in a second.
Oh, I got another feat of strength because I know he's listening. Ryan Pike, content machine for Flames Nation. Check him out.
Yes.
Has been for years.
Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gentlemen, we got to rip through this bad boy. Do we have an updated standings?
Yep.
All right.
It's all this. We all lost.
We all lost against Boston, which was the last time we would have
Yeah.
done this because it was 2 weekend games. But tonight, belt miss. Christmas Eve.
Belt miss.
Christmas Eve.
Just verbally give him out while I bring him in.
All right. My bet for tonight's hockey game is in the belt miss spirit. I think the Oilers will smoke them, and I think that Connor McDavid will have a big role in it. If you can give me plus 700 and I only need 2 things to happen, I will take it every day of the week. Connor McDavid, 3 points. Did you know he already has 3 4-point performances in December? Insanity.
No, I did not.
But Connor McDavid, 3 points. He owns the Calgary Flames. Edmonton on the belt line, minus 2.5 goals. Connor McDavid, by the way, has hit this in 2 of his last 4 games. Oilers on the belt line. McDavid, 3 points, plus 700. Jay, what do you got?
Man, I love the belt line. Also a strength. Coming up with stuff that's awesome. Belt line, belt miss. Well done, everyone. So it's belt miss. It's December 23rd. Everyone, the vibes are good. Calgary's in town. We have to make up for the brain fart that we had to start the season.
This is a doozy of a bet.
McDavid, hot. Hot. Leon Draisaitl, so hot right now. 3+ points. Oilers, mini belt line. I want to upgrade that to full belt line. And if Connor's getting 3 points, Zach Hyman has done something to outwork someone around him to own his ice and tap in a goal. Plus 1,100. Season back on the rails. A belt miss miracle.
Plus 1,100 to get Jay back on track in the betting challenge. Liam.
Plus 250. Oilers 4 goals. McDavid 2 points. Nuge point. Oilers win.
Money line.
You can put power play points in the same gamers now?
I didn't. Player points.
Oh, player points.
You don't like the money line?
It's belt miss.
I mean, but sometimes you criticize me for not putting in the belt
No,
line.
I'm happy you put the outcome in. I'm happy you picked the Oilers as the winner, but it's belt miss, baby.
Okay, well, did you do puck line?
I did belt line.
Can I put puck line in?
Fine, we'll allow
I think
it.
we allow. I think
Just
we
'cause
allow
it's
it.
belt
We'll
miss.
Belt
make
miss.
a
It's
change.
belt
It's all it is.
I'm the one out begging him to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do
There's
that.
the
I'm gonna
updated
regret
standings.
that.
Liam and I neck and neck for first. Jay, if you win tonight, you're right back in the mix. You just need a big one.
Just need a big one, just like that bag of noodles I'm catching.
Okay,
Yep.
so what did I do again? Oilers puck line over 3.5 goals. That's plus 190. McDavid 2 points. Plus 310. Nuge 1 point. Plus 370.
It only goes up. Well, okay, well, still a little bit juicier.
It's probably because the goals don't really like. If you're scoring 4, you're probably doing puck line.
Yeah. All right, Jay, you're going to the game tonight, obviously. Hope you have fun.
Can't wait.
Should be.
Second full game of the year.
That's crazy.
Third game, second full game.
I've only been to one game and it was in Vancouver.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy the game. Merry Christmas.
Merry Beltmas. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Beltmas.
Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Yes. All right, let's get to the Star Mechanical Guest Line, Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. You can find out more by visiting them online at starmechanical.ca. Residential, commercial, 24/7 emergency services. They do it all, and they do it well at Star Mechanicals. We bring in friend of the show, Nation Network teammate Ryan Pike from FlamesNation, who's in town. How are you handling the Edmonton cold, Mr. Pike?
Oh, I mean, at least it's a dry cold, right?
That's a classic line. At least it's a dry cold. In town for the BOA tonight. What a way to kick off the holiday season. And what a nice little gift the Calgary Flames have been giving their fan base over the last couple of weeks. 6 wins in their last 8. They seem to have righted the ship. What do you make of this little run of good play? Is it a team that's finding their way? Or, and let me just be blunt, is this just a mediocre team who happens to be playing some decent hockey at the moment?
I mean, when they were 2-9-2, it wasn't like that they were getting their show run. There was just they're a team that has very narrow margins to win or lose, and so in October, that I think between the beginning of the season and November 1st, they won twice, and a lot of it was because of bad bounces, bad plays. Like every mistake they made was a big mistake, and I just think they've gotten a little bit luckier and a little bit less prone to dumb mistakes at bad times. And as a result, I mean, they've gone on quite a run, and in a very almost aggressively mediocre Western Conference, they're 2 points from the basement and 3 points from the playoffs, and I have no idea what direction it's going to take.
So this must have been a few weeks ago now, but there was one gentleman who was part of the Flames organization went on the TV and said a bunch of stuff. I can't remember his name, and fans hated it.
Don Maloney.
Damn, Don Maloney.
There you go.
The Don. Is there a big disconnect between the fans and the organization still of where this team needs to go?
I don't think so. I'll say this. So the fan base desperately wants the Flames to ship out everyone over the age of 30, tear it down to the studs, get really, really bad for a few years, stock up on young prospects, and load up. The Flames don't necessarily want to ship out everyone with a birthday over a certain age, but let's be honest. I'd be shocked if Rasmus Andersson is on this hockey club after the end of January, because that's an opportunity the Flames have to upgrade their team. They have young guys who are. I'll put it this way. So remember when the Flames had Jacob Markstrom on the team, and everyone sort of looked to the side, going, "They got Dustin Wolf right over here. What are we doing?" And then within like 18 months, Markstrom was wearing a different jersey, and Wolf was on the Flames. That's kind of, I think, the model they want to go for. When they have young guys ready to step in, they want to open up spots. They did the same thing with Matt Coronado and Connor Zary and Martin Pospisil when they moved out, Andrew Mangiapane and Tyler Toffoli and some other guys who were sort of, on the wrong side of 30 on expiring contracts. And Rasmus Andersson right now, like the Flames have Zane Parekh at the World Juniors, but Hunter Brzustevich, who you guys will see tonight wearing number 48 for the Flames, really high-end prospect. He's killed it in the American League. He's up here right now to basically audition for a job. And when Rasmus Andersson is wearing a different jersey, Brzustevich is probably a permanent member of the hockey club. So they sort of have, I think, a model of how they want to do things. They don't necessarily want to, jettison everyone over a certain age, because I think they want to have some mentors around to show the young guys the way. But, they're not going to double down on the same old group. They haven't doubled down on the stable group. 2 years ago, they sent out 7 or 8 guys in one calendar year. So I think you have to judge them on what they've done, and what they've done is really follow the metrics that they really want to do.
I think sometimes too, when people think about rebuilds, I think it needs to go the way you just laid it out. And if that's the Flames plan, then it's the right plan. Like, you think of when the Oilers were rebuilding for that decade, but like Horkoff stayed till like 2013. Hemsky was here till 2014. Ryan Smith came back. Like, you still need guys to play in the NHL. You can't just have kids for 12 forwards and kids for 6 defensemen.
But you need to pick your spots, which is where, and that ties in. I like that you brought that up because it actually does tie back to Rasmus Andersson for me. I was reading one of the insiders the other day who said, like, a year ago, we were talking first round pick, bona fide prospect for Rasmus Andersson because he had a year and a half left on his deal. The Flames don't move him. You get to this year where a team who acquires him is maybe less confident they'd get an extension done. They're maybe acquiring him as a pure rental, and maybe it's not first-round pick and high-end prospect. It's one or the other. Like, do you think there's any amount... Do you think Craig Conroy overplayed his hand a bit with this Anderson situation? Did they wait too long? Because with Hemsky, with Horkoff, the problem was the Oilers waited too long and they got nothing for them when they eventually did trade him.
I think possibly. I mean, when you're sending a guy out with term, I mean, I think the reason they got so much for Jacob Markstrom is that they had 2 years left in his contract. So if you're New Jersey trying to figure out if he's going to be around long term, you have 2 years to figure out if there's a fit. And so I think last year, especially, Craig's first year, he inherits 7 pending unrestricted free agents and a team that had just gone through the ringer with Darryl and was sort of trying to figure out what the hell they were. And so after that first year of you had to make a bunch of moves in a hurry because that's the situation you inherited, I kind of understand the temptation last year to, just let the team settle, don't make any moves. Like they traded away nobody last season outside of that midseason trade with Philadelphia, which was sort of just them trying to bolster some future picks a bit. And, but they also didn't really add anything. It was sort of, they basically wanted to see what this car could do, for lack of a better term. And so I think if you want to find fault with that, they probably could have gotten a bit more for Anderson. I don't disagree with that. They probably could have gotten a little bit more for Anderson. But to be fair, though, Anderson was like minus 38 last year. His exact words were, he was chewing on minuses all season. And so I don't really know if you were necessarily getting the kind of offers at that point for Rasmus Anderson that would blow your hair back. So, I think, we'll see what they end up getting for him. Hindsight will be in full display. But, I do understand the temptation to both move and not move guys depending on the situation there.
And Kadri's interesting too in that sense because he's having such a good year, but also he's 35. Like, this isn't a guy in Anderson who's 29 who, if you sit there and go, maybe we can keep him, then when he's 33, 34, we're starting to, push towards maybe being a legit contender. Like, Kadri's 35, Ryan. He's got 3 more years at $7 million, which I know as the cap goes up isn't exactly an albatross contract, but they seem hesitant to move Kadri, even though, again, like, selling a guy when his value's high could end up paying dividends down the line.
Yeah, and if you look at the Flames' center depth, I mean, they're a far cry from Edmonton's center depth. I mean, the Flames' 2 best centers are a 36-year-old Michael Backlund and a 35-year-old Nazem Kadri. And they're great, and they're both defying aging curves, but at some point the chickens will come home to roost, and they will age in a hurry. And so if you're the Flames, this past draft, they drafted, Cullen Potter. They drafted Cole Rezny, who's going to be the World Juniors. They drafted a really underrated Swedish kid named Theo Stocksilius, who probably would have been on the Swedish national team had he not gotten cut by a skate in October. And so, boom, right there. You got 3 guys you really like. But the big question now is, okay, you really love Cole Rezny. You really love Cullen Potter. How many years will it take them to get to the NHL, and how do you bridge that gap? So, maybe you see Nazem Kadri as being part of a plan to bridge to the next generation. Okay, cool. But you also have to own that plan, and you have to be able to live with what you're not getting as a result of holding on to Kadri.
I want to tell you about Dustin Wolf. Like, obviously he signed his contract in the summer, and what was he, finished second in Calder and whatever it was. He was a finalist. Is he just struggling with consistency right now, or is it a bit of like the team in front of him just isn't playing well enough too?
I mean, there's also a lot of video on him now. I mean, he's the smallest regular goalie in the NHL. And if you're a video coach or a goalie coach worth a hoot, we saw, San Jose did a great job on the last road trip. Coincidentally, San Jose's goalie coach used to be the Flames minor league goalie coach. But, you can you can say, okay, let's just throw some screens, get it moving laterally, get some deflections, make life difficult for Dustin Wolf, and you can probably have a chance of beating him. So I think part of them is that. Part of it is just, Dustin Wolf has been in the NHL for a year, and he's sort of getting used to the grind of the league sometimes. Part of it was, especially in October, every time they made a mistake, it was like, a grade AAA mistake right on their doorstep. So it's basically you're handing a T-ball swing to the other team every time you made a mistake. And, I don't care if you have two goalies in there, pucks are going to get past them. So I think it's a combination of things, but, he's a guy that he's still very young. He's still, I think he's coming up on, I think tonight might be game 99 for him in the NHL. He's still extremely new and still learning about what he can do in the NHL. And, if you look at the young history of him in the NHL, the results, even with a little bit of bumps in the road this past year especially, he's been one of the better goalies they've had in probably like at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Zane Parekh at the World Juniors, hoping to bring Canada a gold medal. Give maybe Oilers fans who are going to be rooting for Parekh over the next couple of weeks, give us the lowdown on what makes this guy so special and what he can do with the World Jays.
Oh God, he's got capital S swagger. He's a really confident kid. He moves with his feet really well. When he gets his feet moving, he can do stuff with a puck that will just drive you nuts. He's a very effortless skater, and I think the combination of his poise and his skating and his maneuverability are really fun to watch. He's nothing to write home about away from the puck, and I think that's going to be the part at the NHL level he needs to continue to work on, especially physicality and figuring out what you can get away with in terms of timing and chances and those kind of things. Like any young defenseman at the NHL. But when he gets his feet moving, like he's basically like another forward out there. It's like you guys remember the heyday of Paul Coffey. If you take the number off the sweater and you sort of squint it a little bit, you're like, oh damn, there's some Paul Coffey in this game. And when he's at his best, that's how good he can be.
I was born in 1997, Ryan. I do not remember the heyday of Paul Coffey.
You guys as a market.
No Cullen Potter at the World Juniors, right? He didn't make Team USA? I don't think he got invited to the camp, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they had a smaller camp. So Team USA, the two guys that Flames fans thought and Flames brass thought could have a good chance were Colin Potter, their first rounder, and surprise freshman Ethan Wittenbach, who plays at Quinnipiac, their fifth rounder. Potter had a really rough October. Arizona State in general wasn't very good in October, and I think the bad start really hurt him. And the nice thing is he's an 18-year-old this year, so he'll have another chance. And same with Wittenbach. Like Wittenbach, very quietly is top 10 in the NCAA in scoring as a fifth rounder. He is, I believe, first or second in freshman scoring, depending on if you go by points or points per game. So they found some guys deep in the draft, and just to give you guys some PTSD. Johnny Gaudreau's numbers in his freshman year weren't as good as Wittenbach's have been so far. And it's obviously, early days, and plenty of guys have good freshman years and then sort of crash back down to earth a bit. But, for a fifth, the last time the Flames took an undersized guy from the USHL in the mid-rounds, it turned out okay for them.
Yeah, that ended up working out pretty good. Ryan Pike, you can read his work at FlamesNation. Enjoy being inside Rogers Place tonight. Merry Christmas, of course, and safe travels back to Calgary as well after the game.
Yeah, it's. I brought extra socks and a big old coat because it's going to be a cold walk to the bus station in the morning.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
See you, Ryan.
See you guys.
There you go. Ryan Pike from FlamesNation, everywhere, all over FlamesNation. Enjoy him popping on for us. We're going to wrap up the show with a little bit of what's trending, Liam. And you wanted to give the people an update on Team Canada at the Olympics. We are 8 days away from the roster being announced for Milan 2026.
Yes, we are. How many Oilers will be on that team? Probably two at the most. Sounds like Nuge and Hyman aren't really in the conversation.
Yep.
Pierre LeBrun had a really good piece on The Athletic, just kind of breaking down what the roster could look like. I believe the Team Canada had a meeting last Thursday to kind of go over some things. So here's the news and notes. There's four forwards who weren't on the Four Nations team who are battling for spots. Macklin Celebrini, Tom Wilson, Bo Horvat, and Nick Suzuki. LeBron seems to think Celebrini and Wilson are likely on the team, and Canada won't take both Horvat and Suzuki, but maybe just one of them. not really mentioning a lot of the players that couldn't make it, but two of the players that are supposedly in the conversation of not making it who are on the team are Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand because of Tom Wilson. No Travis Konecny in conversation. I would assume he doesn't make the team.
I can't see him making the team.
I'm surprised he made the first team. He does say Connor Bedard probably won't make the team either, but will likely be one of the first call-ups because of his injury. Now, the interesting part. Evan Bouchard. I'll read it verbatim. Evan Bouchard was written off by many, but the reality is he remains in the conversation at some level. He's been better over the past month. My sense is it's down to Bouchard or Matthew Schaefer for the 8th spot. And he said, I would give the edge to Schaefer right now. If Team Canada decides to remove one of the eight defensemen, that played at the Four Nations, Schaefer is likely the guy. He also says the three most vulnerable defensemen from the Four Nations based off play this season are Thomas Harley, Colton Parayko, and Travis Sanheim. He says Schaefer and Bouchard obviously in the conversation, but also said Jacob Chychrun is in there too. And the last spot, he basically just said Jordan Binnington isn't as much of a lock as he was at the start of the year. It's between him, Binnington, Thompson, Darcy Kemper, and Mackenzie Blackwood for those three spots.
I think they'll still take Binnington. I think Binnington might be wearing a suit.
He also still says he might.
Yeah, I think Binnington might be wearing a suit, not goalie equipment in the medal round. On the blue line, I love Colton Parayko, St. Albert boy. Do you need, and this isn't even like a shot at Parayko because Parayko's maybe the guy you pick, but do you need all of Parayko, Sanheim, and Taves? Taves makes it because of Makar, so then do you need, with Morrissey on the team, do you need both Sanheim and Parayko? I say no.
I completely agree. I would take one or the other in Taves, in Parayko and Sanheim, like you said.
And I would not take Bouchard or Schaefer over them. I would take one of Bouchard or Schaefer to be my 8.
And I would take Chychrun.
I would take Jacob Chychrun's got to be on this team, man.
Yeah. For Wise Kyle, say there's no way to put Bouchard on this team.
There is.
Okay, but then what about all the star forwards? Well, we have McDavid and McKinnon. Mitch Marner can't go.
You're right. I like that.
Well, why? They're all good enough to go and play. Mm-hmm. They're all elite players that can adapt to their surroundings and make this team better. I don't know. I just think the narrative around defensemen was like, oh, look at all these guys we have on the power play. It's the same argument for the forwards. And Braden Point played on the 4th line for Canada, the Four Nations, to start it, right? That was supposed to be a check-in line.
Yeah.
And he figured it out. So we'll see. I'm glad Bouchard's still in the conversation.
Yep.
I don't think he'll make the team. I think he should make the team. I don't think he will. I think if someone gets injured, though, he will be the first guy they call.
I will say the reason why I would lean Bouch over Schaefer for the 8th spot. I totally understand the logic of give Schaefer the experience. The next Olympics are also 4 years away. Yeah. By that point, I don't think you're going to be like, ooh, Matt Schaefer never got to experience an Olympics. The stage is going to be too big for him. If you truly believe he's going to be a generational type defenseman, you don't really care about giving him the experience, I think, because you just know he's going to crush it in 4 years when he has to play a big role. Like Cale Makar is going to crush it. He's never played in an Olympics before, right?
McDavid.
Yeah, like these guys are just too good where that kind of stuff doesn't really matter. With Bouch, maybe there almost is logic that, hey, 4 years from now, you might want him. But also, if Cale Makar were to get hurt, if one of your power play quarterbacks were to get hurt, if your offense is struggling through the first couple of games, I think Bouchard makes a bigger impact than Schaefer.
Did Makar miss a game at the Four Nations, or was that Morrissey?
I think he got sick.
I think he did.
Yeah.
So there you go. This is a lot longer of a tournament.
Yeah, you want Evan Bouchard there because if your offense sucks or if Cale Makar gets hurt or gets sick, Bouchard is the closest thing to replicating that style of game.
So this comes from Michael Russo, also of The Athletic, talking about Team USA. So this is interesting. Forwards already named to the roster. Matthews, Kachucks, both of them. Eichel. He said other shoo-ins are Boldy, Kyle Connor, Gensel, Jack Hughes, Larkin, JT Miller, which I heard that one might not happen as much now, but we'll see. Tage Thompson. So that's 11 forwards. How many can they take?
13 or 14.
13 or 14. He said likely Brock Nelson makes a team because they want a defensive forward.
Sure.
And he said so there you go. He said that leaves 2 spots for Clayton Keller, Jason Robertson, Cole Caulfield, Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane. I don't think he's really in it. Matthew Nye is probably not making it. Vincent Trocheck, why is he still in this conversation? And Alex Tuck. And then he goes on to say, I think those 2 spots will be taken by Clayton Keller and Jason Robertson, who are both should be on this team. But how does Cole Caulfield not go to the Olympics?
You take Robertson over Caulfield.
Since
January 1st.
I think I take both. Like, the JT Miller thing.
I don't like Miller and I don't like Brock Nelson.
But then again, as I say that, they have Kyle Connor as well. I guess that is a lot of like legit just goal scorers.
Yeah. In the last calendar year, since January 1, only one player in the NHL has scored more goals than Jason Robertson. Isn't that crazy? It's Morgan Geekie.
Geekie. And he's not in the conversation.
He's not in the conversation for Canada.
That's kind of funny, isn't it? Like, Canada's on, like, by the stats, best goal scorer is not in the conversation for the Olympics.
Maybe they'll surprise us. Or maybe
I never even thought about him.
I know. I mean, he got asked about it. I think he was on Chicklets, and he was kind of like, "Yeah, no, it makes sense." He's like, "I'm not like holding my breath." He's like, I'm excited to watch." He's like, "That team's gonna be awesome." He's like, "I'm gonna be a fan," but he's like, "I kind of know I'm not getting invited."
Fair enough. Quickly, I guess we've got a little bit more time for defense for the Team USA. Russo has Hughes and McAvoy as locks, and I guess they're already on the roster anyway. And he has Faber, Sanderson, Slavin, and Morensky as the 6. He says Seth Jones is likely, which leaves one spot for Adam Fox, Noah Hannafin, Lane Hudson, Jackson Lacombe. And he just writes and others, which I feel like you could have just wrote the others. He says for the goaltending, Hellebuck and Ottinger and Jeremy Swayman will be on the team. No Spencer Knight. I would take Spencer Knight over Jake Ottinger.
I mean, here's my counterpoint. Your number 1 is Hellebuck.
Yeah.
Your number 2 is Swayman.
Yeah.
If you ever get to a point in the tournament where you need to go to your 3rd goalie,
I agree.
Your tournament's over anyways.
But if like we were debating a little bit on the Schaefer thing, that's the conversation.
Yeah.
How old's Spencer Knight?
23, 24, something like that.
There you
Probably.
go. He's your guy for the next Olympics, no? He's
Potentially.
20. He's just turned 24 in April.
Potentially.
That would be my point, is like,
Swayman could also be your guy when he's 30.
I suppose, yeah. I just think Spencer Knight, when you look at it, like, he has been unbelievable. Now that he's finally getting the full chance to play.
Yeah.
So I would take him, but I mean, the USA, like, they even mentioned Demko, who's obviously injured every game, so there's understandably why he's not in the conversation, but they got options. More options than Canada.
All right. Well, we can do our NFL challenge tomorrow, obviously, when we do our short show.
Okay.
Aaron, who you got on pre and post with you tonight?
A little Zachary, contributor at Oilers Nation, news director at Oilers Nation, from home, enjoying that. Forgot how much I loved watching Oiler games from my couch.
Yeah, it
really
is
nice. You don't know how good you got it, people. All right, you don't appreciate that. And it should be a good one. Final one before the break. But then 30-minute O&E tomorrow.
We should see some World Junior cuts here today, too.
Yep. Canada
Canada plays today. So I think Christmas Eve, some guys will get some bad news, unfortunately. Or maybe they already get it before and they just go into this game a bit.
Oilers, speaking of Zach Lang, OilersNation.com, GDB up today from Jason Greger, Michael Menzies with his pre-scout for the Edmonton Oilers. BM did his own Festivus Feats of Strength and Grievances as well, so some good content up at OilersNation.com. Oilers tonight, wearing the creamy, dreamy alternates. Calgary going to be in their red jerseys on Oilers soil.
Kind of like that.
Different vibe.
They should allow teams once a year, when you play your rival team, you can both wear your colors.
So apparently that was brought up at the Board of Governors, and the Board of Governors were like all on board with it. They were
Cool.
like, yeah, get it in line, more color on color games.
Nice. Finally. So dumb. I think it just looks way better. Like that picture of, what was it, the Rangers in Detroit when they're all fighting on the ice. Well, that's a fun picture. That's exciting. So that's what I like to see.
All right.
So the big news going in tonight, Trent Frederick back in the lineup, Connor Ingram back in the, staying in the crease, I guess.
Yeah.
So there you go. See what happens.
I like the Ingram play. Greg Wyshynski with a Marc-André Fleury update.
There we go. The number one Oilers hater.
Yeah, true. Regarding Marc-André Fleury talk, as Pierre LeBrun said, teams have kicked tires. I've heard he's open to the right opportunity for a comeback. Obviously, Oilers are a team to watch here, especially after the Jari trade, an ex-teammate of Marc-André in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Hang him up, Mark. Hang him up.
Let's give Connor Ingram a runway here.
Why
see
do
if
you
he can
wanna
get
do
going.
this?
And hey, if we get to the point where Connor Ingram and Pickard just simply aren't good enough, go to option F.
Also,
Oh, there we go.
Fleury.
To option F.
I
Yeah, F for Fleury.
Fleury's last year in Pittsburgh, Tristan Jarry played one game, then they were never teammates again.
Former
after that.
teammates.
They were teammates for one game.
Send that to him.
I'm good. I don't want to get on Greg's bad side, do I?
Nah.
I just don't see it with Fleury. I really, really, really don't see it.
Ryan Pike's in the chat.
Ooh, interesting.
Oilers suck KQ. I'm assuming that's Ryan. More Oilers fans watch FlamesNation.
Oh, no, it's the other way around.
It's very ironic that you're in here saying that.
Yeah.
You child.
Also, we beat the Flames into a pseudo rebuild.
It's not a rebuild.
Not a rebuild.
It's not a rebuild.
Everyone knows it's a rebuild but them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's about enough Flames talk for me. Aaron's got pre and post game tonight. BOA leading into the holiday season. We're back tomorrow, noon Mountain Time, with a shortened edition of the show. Basically, just to recap the BOA and then send ourselves off to Christmas. If you want more content, if you're someone who is like working over the break and all of that, we are dropping a holiday episode on Christmas Day as well, and then Boxing Day Family Feud edition of the show, the Sauce versus ON every day. So we got something for you kind of every day to round out the week.
Drake Caggiula will be on the Spengler Cup team for Team Canada. Just got announced.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, there you go. Drake Caggiula's on the team.
Fucking right.
I don't know many of the other guys. Tanner Fritz from Grand Prairie, former Grand Prairie Storm forward, also on the team.
Okay.
I think he's a
Caggiula's
regular.
all I need to tune in.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
That's all
There
I
you
need to. No one else really from the Oilers.
I think you'd be really surprised if I told you the last day that Drake Caggiula played a game for the Edmonton Oilers.
The last day?
Yeah, when do you think was the last time we saw Drake Caggiula play a game for the
It was
Oilers?
last season.
Yeah, I was going to say it was about 380 days ago. It was last December against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Farewell, Drake. Off into the sun.
I forgot he played games last year. That's
like
crazy.
Icarus.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Be safe this holiday season. I'm going to talk to everybody tomorrow. Enjoy the game tonight. Noon Mountain. Tomorrow, BOA recap. Oil up. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation every day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.